Elon Musk is interested in paying his taxes, or at least that's the most charitable interpretation of what he wants you to believe he's doing when he tweets things like this. He tweeted with his new name, Lord Edge, because he's cool and funny. He tweeted, much is made lately of unrealized gains being a means of tax avoidance, so I propose selling 10% of my Tesla stock. Do you support this? So he put up a poll. As of this morning, at least, the majority did support him selling 10% of his Tesla stock, which resulted in the shares falling by 7%, which means he lost more money, more fictional digital money briefly than every single person watching this will ever own accumulated across the entirety of all of our lives and the lives of our descendants. Don't worry, he's gonna be fine. He tweeted after that, I will abide by the results of this poll, whichever way it goes, because when he makes a promise, he means it never. And then he said this, note, I do not take a cash salary or bonus from anywhere. I only have stock. Thus, the only way for me to pay taxes personally is to sell stock, which means he's as poor as you and I. He doesn't take a cash salary. And people had a bit of fun with that on Twitter with images like this. I do not take a cash salary. As he skis down gold coins. This, I actually don't take a salary. That's a common misconception there of Mr. Burns. And my favorite one is I actually don't take a salary. That's a common misconception, says Smaug. I've been trying to get dragon sickness trending for these rich a-holes who are obsessed with money. So thank you to That's So Brandon for helping me in that. Anyway, what do you think, Francesca? His little move to let people choose whether he does this?
Everything he does is so thirsty. It's amazing, money cannot buy you happiness, and Elon Musk is proof of that every single day. And yet some of you out there, sadly, still love him, and you still want the Cybertruck or the space tank or whatever it is. And that's so sad for you. I'm really sad for you guys. I'm sad that you idolize this person who honestly values nothing except memeing and not actually paying his fair share in taxes. But I do think that it is significant that he got trolled back by a bunch of people who understand that when you say I don't take a cash salary, that you mean that you've just got insane capital wealth. You've got assets, you've got all your stock, you've got property, you've got decades and generations of wealth. Not to mention the fact that your family owned an emerald mine back in the day. But yeah, no, please idolize the self-made man or whatever the hell he is. It's just sad because he's actually quite Trumpian in that I do think that there's something deeply hollow inside of Elon Musk. Like he really is looking for approval. He really thinks he's trolling. He really thinks he's like cool. Yeah. And it's funny because he says he's like I have Asperger's, which is like, I don't know. I feel like it's a poor reflection of people who have Asperger's who are not POSs like this. But it's like, I don't know, man. Stop having public weirdo, moments and daring to. I'm just like, what do you want from us? You already have all this money and you already get away with it. I don't know what you want.
He has the most money.
Are you gonna sell? Are you gonna actually sell this stock? Are you gonna do it? I don't think so.
Well, there's a true, I think actually that he will, and I will explain why. It's a trick. I don't know what he has claimed about himself. I will say that there are a few people I would extend trust towards than Elon Musk. He lies and lies and lies constantly. He lies about charity he's gonna do. He lies about how he's gonna help people. He lies about curing hunger and saving kids stuck in a cave. And then he calls the people who actually save them pedo guys. And he's just a bad guy, that's it. And I could not agree more with your point that if your whole personality is wrapped up in supporting this guy, thinking that if you defend him on Twitter, someday you'll be the emerald of his eye. He's got lots of emeralds, man. He doesn't care about you and he's not gonna recognize you. Now, that said, it gets slightly cringier before I explain what I think is actually going on here. And that is when Ron Wyden tweeted, whether or not the world's wealthiest man pays any taxes at all shouldn't depend on the results of a Twitter poll. It's time for the billionaire's income tax. To which the richest man in the world tweeted, why does your PP look like you just came? Like, everybody needs heroes. But if this guy is still your hero, man, seriously, put every face on the planet on a dartboard, get drunk, blindfold yourself and throw a dart, and you will hit someone far more deserving of literally any iota of your time or respect. Let's definitely pass that billionaire's tax, by the way. That would be great.
Yes, please.
But anyway, let's jump ahead to what's going on. So here's the thing, and it's not made clear in all this. Musk holds nearly 23 million stock options that were awarded back in 2012. Those options have since vested and will expire in August 2022. Most stock grants allow executives to avoid paying taxes for years and perhaps forever, as long as they don't sell the shares they get from converting the option. The 2012 award was for 22.8 million shares at a strike price. We're getting into details that are probably beyond me. But anyway, what people are saying is effectively that if he is going to actually do the thing that he almost certainly has to do in regards to the stocks that have since vested, he is going to need to pay the taxes on those, which he can do if he gets the money from selling another percentage of his stock. Now, I could be wrong because I, like most of you watching this, I'm not a billionaire. I don't have 100 accountants, and I don't understand the insane tricks that they play to never pay any taxes.
Yes.
But what it seems like is happening is this guy is pretending to open up to democracy, a thing he necessarily has to do to cover finally paying some taxes on the massive amount of accumulated wealth that he has.
Right.
If you're wrong, that's what it seems like.
You know, Musk also, and I'll give him some credit because he's just like, he's just an open ghoul, whereas like most billionaires have the decency to like shroud their ghoulness with a little bit of like, hey, I give back to the community. Because notice how he doesn't say what he's going to do with that stock if he sells it, right? And most billionaires and millionaires, one way they avoid paying any taxes at all, obviously, is setting up charities and doing some good things, right? They have money to finance a bunch of research. But ultimately, it gives them a tax break as well. He's not even saying that here. And of course, there's some gimmick. Of course, there's some deadline where he's got to sell it by, otherwise he loses value on other stuff. And all of his money managers are on board for that. But yeah, no, throw it onto a Twitter poll. You're cool. Dunk on Ron Wyden and make fun of. Oh God, like you're so disgusting. You're so lame. You're so lame.
You're so lame. Anyway, God, I can't. And by the way, like I tweeted something about him, and like there were the guys, all of whom, every single one of them in their Twitter bio has some reference to cryptocurrency, just throwing themselves in front of that bullet. How dare you make fun of the richest man in history? Be nice to him. He's been through a lot.
You know, I feel the way about Elon reply guys as I feel about MAGA people. I'm like, you can have crypto without Elon. You can have racism without Trump. I have questions about that ideology, but this is not your guy. Crypto lives on. Trump,
there you go.
Racism lives on without your king.
For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.